Hi, it's Angela here, health and mindset coach and author of the book Secret Mum's Business. I'm sitting here and I'm just finishing up creating my videos for my upcoming Secret Mum's Business Kickstart program, and I just thought I'd share a little bit of an insight that I've had with you. I don't know about you, but I was always taught that if I was going to be successful, I had to work hard. When I was at school, if I wanted to get good marks, I had to study hard, I had to work hard. And if I didn't get the marks I wanted, well, it was because I hadn't worked hard enough. And then when I left school, and actually I'll be honest, I actually didn't do that well at school. So I left school and I couldn't go into university. And that's because I hadn't worked hard enough. I actually wasn't real good at maths. So I couldn't get into university. So then I went into the workforce and I worked really, really hard and I started to get promoted. But then because I had this need to, I don't know, prove to the world that I could do it, I don't know what it was, I decided I was actually going to study, and I did get back into university, but I did it the long way. I went through and I did an accounting diploma, and then once I had an accounting diploma, I went in and I applied to become a mature age student. Then I did actually do my degree, my accounting degree. So that took me 10 years of hard work, and I kept doing it because at the end I wanted the goal. I had to work hard to get it. And then when I got it, I was like, okay, well, I've done that. I've graduated. Now I'm an accountant. What am I going to do? And I went back to working hard and getting more and more promotions within the bank and getting, more and more recognition. And then I left the bank and I went out and became a contractor, and my worth was based on how well I worked and how hard I worked and whether or not I could deliver projects on time, and I got paid according to how successful I was and how hard I worked. And then I decided, well, I was going to change, and that's when I decided to become a naturopath. There was a few steps in between, but I'm just keeping it short. And so I went and I studied really hard, and I was actually studying to be a naturopath wasn't as much hard work as what I'd done before, because it was something that I had a passion about it. And some bits were hard. Yeah, I had to learn the names of over 300 herbs, and I had to know what every single one of them did. I needed to know their Latin names. I needed to know their English names. I needed to know the parts and all of that. So that was hard work. And then I had to do homeopathy and nutrition and all the chemical names of all the vitamins and nutrients. So there was a lot of work, but I didn't feel I was working quite as hard, and I actually got better results when I didn't actually put so much pressure on myself. But then I went into business, and I had to work hard to make business successful. And I know you know what I'm talking about when you're out there and you're doing everything you can. You work really, really hard, and the harder you work, the more successful you get. Or is that true? You keep working really, really hard, but then you start getting tired and run down because you're not looking after yourself. So you think, I've got to work harder and harder and harder. But then things start to not work as well. You're doing all these courses, you're learning all these things, you're implementing things, but you start getting more and more tired and you lose your motivation and it becomes harder. And so you work harder and you think, well, I'm not working hard enough because I'm not getting this success. Does this sound familiar? That's the way I used to run my business. That's the way I used to run my whole life. And so many women that I speak to, that's what they talk about. I talk to them about stress and they say, well, that's normal. Everybody's stressed. That's just part of running a business. It's part of being a woman in business. You've just got to work hard and you've got to stress yourself out. Because if you're not working hard enough, you're not stressed enough, you're not going to be successful. I'm going to tell you that there is a different way that you can run your business and you can be successful. And it doesn't mean that you have to run yourself into the ground, because looking after you is the most important part of all of this. Because if you're not energetic, if you're not vital, if you don't have the headspace, if you can't think clearly because you're so tired, you're so run down, your business will start to suffer. It will start to stumble and you'll think you just have to work harder, and it's not about working harder. And I know they say, well, okay, I won't work harder, I'll work smarter. How about we just change the word work? Because work means that it's hard work. How about we just be and start looking after ourselves and be really connected to what it is we're trying to do, the change we're trying to make in the world. That change starts with you. The change starts with getting your stress under control, because when your stress is under control, it's so much easier to make decisions. Things start to flow. Your business just happens because you're attracting the right people to you, because you're energetic and you're vital. I know this because not only have I seen this happen with clients, it's happened with me. I went from that person of being stressed, highly strung, irritable, snapping, just like tied, so tight. I felt like I was a spring about to explode. I've been there. I know what it's like. Now, I'm in the middle of a launch right now. And yeah, am I working? Yeah, I am working. I'm getting things done. And things aren't going to plan. I'll be honest, I've had a few issues, technical problems, a few other things. But this time, I've made a decision that I'm not going to stress myself out about it. I'm going to make sure that I have my daily rituals. That includes my meditation. It includes my journaling. I eat properly. I go to bed at a reasonable time so that I've got a lot more clarity. And that means when I am working, I get a lot more done. I can go and I can speak to people with the energy instead of going, oh, I've got all this stuff I've got to get done. I have people that help me. It makes such a difference. But I had to start with me. I had to change the way I was thinking. I had to change the way I was treating myself. I had to start treating me the way I actually talk to my clients about treating themselves. So to take some of my own medicine. So I just thought I'd share that little bit of an insight with you, because being successful doesn't mean that you have to work really, really hard and be stressed. Running a successful business is not synonymous with being stressed out of your head. And I have to ask you, if you get yourself so stressed it affects your health, it affects your relationships, it affects every part of you, is it going to be worth it? Is that why you went into business? Did you go into business to have freedom, peace, calm, all those type of things? Or did you go into business to be a stressed out, stress bunny that's jumping and tired and got no energy and snapping at everybody? Why did you go into business? Have a think about that. Now, if you know that you're really, really stressed and you just don't know how to change that, you don't know what the first step is, or you've tried it before and it hasn't worked and you're back on the treadmill of the stress and the worry and the concern, well, let me just share a little bit about the Secret Mums Business Kickstart program, because it's designed just for you. So what I did was I broke down what I read in the book. I took the 7 steps and I've created an 8-week online program. And I'm actually going to take you through every single one of the steps. We're going to work out what's really, really important to you. Are you living to your values? What's your big vision? What do you want to see in the world? What changes do you want to see? What are your goals? We're going to get really clear on that. When you're not really clear on that, the next steps become easy, because I know one of your goals is not to be tired and run down. So let's make sure you're eating the right foods. Let's make sure that you're making the right decisions. You're organizing your time properly. I'm going to teach you a little bit about what sleep, why we need to sleep, how to relax. I'm going to give you some tools that are going to make relaxing and just time out. It's going to make it easy. I'm going to share with you some of the tools I use to clear all that stuff that goes on in my head. Most importantly, I'm going to talk to you about your mindset. I'm going to teach you about mindset and how your beliefs are actually affecting you. The belief that you have to work hard to be successful. I'm going to bust that belief for you, because I know that it's not true. It's not true for me, and it's not true for many of the clients that I work with now. And we're going to celebrate who you are. And as well as that part of the Kickstart program, I know that health is the vital part of this whole process. So what I've also done is, over the same 8 weeks, I've created the health program. So you kind of get 2 programs in one. And I'm actually going to teach you everything that I used in clinic with my clients for 10 years, how I used to get people healthy, how I used to get their diets back on track, what we used to do. I'm going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to give you the recipes. I'm going to give you the booklets, everything, so that you can actually start to change your energy level, so you can get more energy, get the right fuel into your body. And I got a few more things as well. I've been talking to some of my colleagues and friends. They're experts in their fields. And what I've done is I've interviewed a few of them, and I'm going to give you them as some bonuses. And we've got people who do outsourcing. I've got SEO people, someone who does numbers and feng shui. And she's got some great tips to share. So I've got lots and lots of other people helping us out there. So there's a few other bonuses along the way, but if you want to find out more, click on the link below this video or just go to www.angelacounsel.com/SMB Kickstart, KICKSTART. Go over there, find out everything that's included. We're going to be kicking off really, really soon. And one thing I just want to let you know, it's really important for me to be making a difference in the world. Now, I know that I can make a difference in your life and women who are living in this society, but I also know that there's women that live in third world countries that don't have the benefits that we do. They don't have the type of life that we do. So I really want to make a difference. So I've decided that $100 from every membership that I sell is going to go direct to the Hunger Project to help women in third world countries get rid of the gender bias, actually learn skills so they can change their communities, so they can be change makers in their communities. It's all about making a difference. I want to make a difference in your life. I want to make a difference in the lives of women across the world, no matter where they are. So are you going to join me for the ride? I certainly hope you are. So pop over to my website, www.angelacounsel.com/SMB Kickstart, and I hope you join me. Until next time, infinite love and gratitude. See you later. Bye.